Hello everybody and welcome back to Imperator Rome, where we just finished conquering the majority of Sardinia, but by no means all of Sardinia. Carthage is, being jerks. As they do. And we are currently in a situation where our manpower is very, very depleted. So let's go ahead and tick forward for right now. We're mostly saving up money in case we need to hire additional mercs. We do have these mercs here. We also have these mercs down over here. And they are currently making us look stronger than we are. That is their only goal. So let's see, we've got 20 cohorts. We've got 35 triremes. Okay. What is our current omen right now? Or blessing, I guess. Our national population growth. Okay. I mean, it's not the worst. Although I'd probably rather be on manpower gain right now. That would sure be nice. So, can we get anything, like, from techs to get more manpower? Sure be nice. Apparently not. Pillaged? A group of soldiers belonging to the army commanded by Calus Domitius, who is our merc, has, while stationed on a peaceful deployment, absconded in order to pillage the nearby city of Sulci. Sulci? Something like that. What is more disturbing is that Calus is refusing to punish his legions, citing their extreme loyalty as a regent. Well, you're a merc. We're left in the disagreeable position of having to choose between forcing our general, our mercenary general, to crucify his own soldiers or appearing weak and soft. We can't help but feel that Calus knows precisely what he's doing. I mean, he's a mercenary, though, so, he can decimate his army. I don't care. Like, realistically, that's fine. That's not going to eat into our manpower at all. So the question is, at what point do we want to disband these guys and send them home? Well, the entire reason they exist right now is to make it so that, like, Etruria or Carthage doesn't declare war on us. That is the entire reason. Also, the kitten is currently going nuts in the hallway. You may be able to hear him. In fact, I'm willing to bet you can. I don't know why he's going nuts in the hallway, but I should probably go check on that. Luckily, we don't have anything going on right now, so I will just leave you with this nice view of our armies slowly regenerating, while I be right back to go see if the kitten's dying. I am now back. The kitten is in the room, so there may be some... Yep, there he goes. He is now yelling again. There's a sign on the door, kitten. It means you need to be quiet. If there's one thing he's not good at, it's being quiet. Hopefully he'll leave here in a minute and stop yelling. That would be nice. But hey, we can get an invention. Army morale, omen duration, primary culture happiness, tribute income, assassinate cost, monthly tyranny, capital import routes, twice, national tax, that would be really good, military tradition cost, starting experience, and siege engineers. We're going to go with tax. Excellent. And now we'll be able to make some money. And let's go into the macro builder here and keep building some money. Excellent. And I do believe the kitten just left of his own volition. I need to go close the door now, in hopes that he doesn't come back in. And it's quite likely that he will start crying again shortly. I really hope he goes down for a nap, though. That would be nice. I mean, he's fine. I'm pretty sure he's just bored right now. But he could go outside if he wanted to. He just doesn't want to because it's freakishly hot outside right now. It's like 4 million degrees. That's an approximation, but I think it's a pretty accurate one. Based on the current feel here in my recording room. It's a little bit absurd. So do we want to get rid of these mercs? I mean, they're over half of our army right now. We do have these guys, though, bolstering our numbers. I think we'll wait until our first legion is full, at 20,000. Once that's the case, here in just a couple more months, then we'll be able to. Ooh, national manpower. Yes, please. 5%. Oh yeah, that's right. I just remembered, the reason I'm not on national manpower growth is because it's only like a total of 2,000 manpower over the whole duration. And it's not really worthwhile. I completely forgot about that. So we do want to declare war on Sabinia and Placentia over here as soon as we can. Now, I believe we currently have a defensive league and an alliance. Do we have a CB on them? We do have a CB. That's interesting. Our peeps would come in. We could fight it with just these mercs, realistically. Might not be the worst idea. Allow our legions to rest up. The grass is greener. The cities of Terrae and Neapolis, Sardinia have been engaged in a war of words, each claiming to be more righteous, powerful, and zealous than the other. Normally, such a petty bickering would be beneath our interest, but in this case, the two settlements have become preparing for conflict. The downside to this may become apparent with time, however, the tide of young men belonging to these settlements who are willing to volunteer for war has increased greatly. That's nice. Okay, so we are at 19,440, so I think 2 more month ticks and we'll get rid of this merc army. They should make their way back over... That was interesting. So what happened there was this guy died, and I was middle-click dragging, and this took focus, and then it didn't deselect the drag when I let up the button. That was interesting. But as I was saying, these guys should make their way back over to Ostia over here. Okay, 1 more month. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it now. Well, we need a commander for the First Navy. Fulvii, Tremulii, Fabii. We'll go for this Tremulii. Excellent. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of these mercs. 150, but that's okay. It's going to save us a lot of money in the long run. Oh yeah, look at that. So much more money. And now let's start saving up until we have... Let's see. The disband cost would be about, call it 400 plus 300. So we need to have about 700 at this point. So we're going to wait until we have about 700 and then declare war on Sabinia. That is the goal. Which of course means I'm not going to be building any more marketplaces for the time being. I mean, we could probably just overrun them with these guys, but I don't 100% trust them. We will be maxed on our first legion very soon, though. Very, very soon. There we go. Now our first legion is maxed. Fantastic. So are these guys just abandoned here? It kind of looks like they're not attempting to make their way back course, maybe they don't have a way to, or maybe they'll teleport back after a certain amount of time, or I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I for sure want to have the about 370 we'll need to recruit this group of mercenaries. Because I think this army plus these guys is more than capable of dealing with these two. Hey, an invention! Army morale recovery. That would be awful good. Yeah, we'll do it. Excellent. Okay, so we need what? 370? So only like 3 more months. Expansion of the tribes. Today's tribes are much changed from the strict geographic constituencies of the past, now consisting of a vertical slice of citizens from any one of the provinces. Although there are only 4 tribes within the city of Roma itself, the rural tribes are a valuable source of political legitimacy and play an important role in organizing the bureaucracy of the state, from electing local magistrates to passing motions by the tribunes of the plebs. Rome has grown far beyond the borders of Latium, and with the large increase in population, there are again calls to more tribes for the Republic. No wonder I messed up. That's interesting. I think they mean there are again calls to add more tribes to the Republic, or to assign more tribes to the Republic. I don't know. In response, the Senate is debating the commission of 2 further tribes to be named Carenia and Valina, respectively. Our system does require granularity. I don't see a reason not to do that. At least right now. Okay. So we're doing pretty well as far as our manpower recovery goes, really. We can rely on our mercs for this army. I just want to make absolutely certain that we have these guys, and we need to recruit them and let them get their morale up before we actually go. Because I don't want to be wasting military power on going into unit reorganization. Okay. Excellent. What is our current army maintenance? Are we at minimum? We were not at minimum, I think. Okay. We'll sit at minimum for right now. Actually, I think we were at minimum. But we're going to stay there, and then we'll go to maximum once we recruit this army. We will be relying mostly on these guys to do the fighting for us, but I think it should be fine. Now, I'm looking at this here. This fort here is still valuable, but once we take over this area, this fort will not be. This fort won't be either, now that I think about it. Nor will this fort. Although a fort up here would be super nice, or maybe like in this choke point. Yeah, I like this spot. That's a great place for a fort. We may build one. We might build one there. Maybe. Probably. Almost certainly. If I remember. That's a pretty big if, though. Okay. We need 1 more month tick. Yeah, that should be sufficient. There's 475. So we now can recruit these mercs. And I'm going to go ahead and do this. It will cost us 15.26 every month. That's okay. So then the question is, their max morale is 1.22. I gotcha. Okay, so we do actually... I was just wondering if we needed to have our army maintenance up for the mercs, and it looks like we do. It looks like the army maintenance does in fact affect them. Yep, it does indeed. So I think we're not going to... If I can get the economy tab. I think we're not going to be sitting on increased pay. I think we're just going to sit on default so that we're actually still making some money. Now, I don't really care too much about that extra 10% morale, considering most of our army will not be getting any effect from that. But now we just wait for this Merc force to build up their morale a little bit, and then we will declare our war. I'm going to go ahead and move them to... that takes attrition. We can move here, though. Because if we move here, then we can immediately attack this fort, which would be the idea. Sabina actually has a lot of units here. Would we be able to attack that? Well, we lack access. In zone of control of both of these. Well, I should certainly move these guys off of the border. There's no doubt about that. Supply limit of 36. It's a bit unfortunate, but I'm going to go ahead and swap around these two legions while we're waiting, just in case we need to reinforce this position if these guys come in. There we go. And then the question is, can we attack directly into this army, or do we have to hit this fort? I'm not sure, but we'll find out. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we will go ahead and declare this war on Sabina. Subscribe for more, and I will see you all next time.